కనిపించలేదా? जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी, जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी, गोपी जना वल्लभा गिरिवरधारी, जय गोपी जना वल्लभा गिरिवरधारी, यशोदानंदना ब्रज जनरंजना, यशोदानंदना ब्रज जनरंजना, यमुना तीरा बनचारी, यमुना तीरा बनचारी, जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी, जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी, जय गोपी जना वल्लभा गिरिवरधारी, जय गोपी जना वल्लभा गिरिवरधारी, यशोदानंदन ब्रज जनरंजना, यशोदानंदन ब्रज जनरंजना, यमुना तीरा वनचारी, यमुना तीरा वनचारी, जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी, जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी, Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Sri Vasadi Gaur Bhakta Brinda Gaura Bhakta Brind Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Rama Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Jaya Radha Madan Mohan Radhe Jaya Jagannatha Baladeva Jaya Subhadra जय गौरानिताय 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 जय गौरानिताय। जय जय प्रभुपाद 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 प्रभुपाद। नीताय गौर हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल। श्री श्री राधा मदन मोहन की जय, श्री श्री जगन्नाथ बलदेव सुभद्रा में की जय, श्री श्री गौरनिताय की जय, श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। जय ओम विष्णुपाद परमं सपरिव्राजकाचार्य अष्टोत्तर शत श्रीमती श्री भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। जय ओम विष्णुपाद परमं सपरिव्राजकाचार्य अष्टोत्तर शत श्रीमद भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती गोस्वामी महाराज प्रभुपाद की जय। अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय। नामाचार्य हरिदास ठाकुर की जय। ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की जय। निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे। All glories to assembled devotees, all glories to assembled devotees, all glories to assembled devotees, all glories to Guru and Gauranga, all glories to Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam namaskrityam naram cheva narottamam devim saraswatim vyasam tato jayamudiraye nashtaprayesa bhadresu नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवते उत्तम श्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्ठुकी। Today we are reading Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 5, Chapter 16, entitled A Description of Jambudvipa, text number 5. There is no purport. Text number 6 also there is no purport. Very small purports. Text 7 also there is no purport. 8 only have a purport. So I will recite myself. They are all prose poem. So it's very difficult to read this. Text number 5. Yo vayam dvipa kubalaya kamala Chobhayantra Kosanyuta Yojana Vishala Samavartulo Yata Puskara Patram. Translation. The planetary system known as Bhumandala resembles a lotus flower, and its 7 islands resemble the whole of the flower. The length and the breadth of the island known as Jambudvipa, which is situated in the middle of the whole, are 1 million yojanas, 8 million miles. Jambudvipa is round like a leaf of a lotus flower. Text number 6. Yasmin Nava Varsani Navayojana Sahasra Yamani Astabir Maryada Giribi Suvibhaktani Bhavanti. Translation. In Jambudvipa, there are 9 divisions of land, each with a length of 9,000 yojanas, 72,000 miles. There are 8 mountains that mark the boundaries of these divisions and separate them nicely. Purport. Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur gives the following quotation from the Vayu Purana wherein the locations of the various mountains beginning with the Himalayas are described. धनु धनुर्वता समस्थिते ज्ञेय द्विवर्षे दक्षिणोत्तरा दीर्घानि तत्र चवनि चतुरसम ऐलावृतम इति दक्षिणोत्तरे भारतोत्तरे कुरुवंश चवारी किंपुरुषा हरिवर्षा रम्यका हिरण्मयानि वर्षानि नीला निषाद्योस् तिरश्चिंद भूया समुद्र प्रविष्टयो समल्गनत्वम अंगीकृत्य भद्रस्व केतुमालयोर अपि धेनुर अकृत्वम अतस्तयोर धैर्यता एव मध्ये संकुचितत्वेन नव सहस्रायामत्वम ऐलाव्रतस्य तु मेरो साक्षात् चतुर्दिक्षु नवसहस्रयामत्वं संभवत् वस्तुतस्ता ऐलावृत भद्रास्व केतुमालना चतुस्त्रिंशत् सहस्रयामतत्वं ज्ञेयम्. 7th verse. येषां मध्ये ऐलावृतं नामभ्यन्तर वर्षं यस्य नाभ्यम् अविष्टः सर्वथा सवर्णः कुलगिरि राजमेरुर्दीपयाम समुन्नः कार्णिकः भूत्वा कुवलया कमलस्य मूर्धानि त्रिंशत् सहस्र योजना विततो मूल्य षोडशो सहस्रं ताव अंतर्भूमयं प्रविष्टः. Translation. Amidst these divisions or verses is the versa named Ailavrata, which is situated in the middle of the whole of the lotus. Within the Ailavrata versa is a Sumeru mountain, which is made of gold. Sumeru mountain is like the pericarp of the lotus, like Bhumandala plantar system. The mountain's height is the same as the width of the Jambudvipa, or in other words, 100,000 yojanas, 800,000 miles. Of that 16,000 yojanas, 128,000 miles are within the earth, and therefore the mountain height above the earth is 84,000 yojanas, 6,72,000 miles. The mountain's width is 32,000 yojanas, 2,56,000 miles at its summit, and 16,000 yojanas at its base. 8th verse. उत्तरेत्तरोन नीलावृतं नीलश्वेतः श्रृंगवान् इति त्रयो रम्यका हिरण्मया कुरुणां वर्षणां मर्यादा गिरय प्राज्ञाता उभयतां चारधावद्वयो द्विसहस्रा पृता एकैकसा पूर्वस्माद् उत्तर दशामादिक्षण धैर्ये एव हर्षन्ति. Read word to word meaning. Uttarena Ailavratam. Further and further north of Ailavrata. Ailavrata verse, yes. Neela, Sveta, Sringavan, iti, thus, Traya, three mountains, Ramyaka, Hiranmaya, Kurunam, of the Kuru division, Varsanam, of the Varsas, Maryadagiraya, the mountains marking the borders, Prakyataha, extended on the eastern side, Ubayataha, to the east and the west, Charoda, the ocean of salt water, Avadyaha, extending to Dvisahasra Prutvaha, which are 2,000 yojanas wide. eka saha, one after another. Purvasmad, that the former. Purvasmad, then the former. Uttaraha, further north. Uttara, further north. Dasa amsa adhika amsena, by 1/10 of the former. Dhairgya, in length. Eva, indeed. Arsanti, becomes shorter. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Translation: just north of Ailavrata Vasa and going further northward, one after another, are three mountains named Neela, Sweta, and Sringavan. These mark the borders of the three verses named Ramyaka, Hiranmaya, and Kuru and separate them from the one another. The width of these mountains is 2000 yojanas, 16,000 miles. Lengthwise, they extended east and west to the breaches of the ocean of salt water. Going from south to north, the length of each mountain is one tenth that of the previous mountain, but the height of them all is the same. Purport: in this regard, Madhvacharya quotes the following verses from the Brahmanda Purana. Yata Bhagavata Tuktam Bhuvanam Kosalakshanam Tasya Virodata Yojyam Anya Grantantara Stita Mandoda Puranam Chaiva Vyatyasam Chirasagare Rahu Soma Ravinam Cha Mandaladvi Gunoktitam Vinaiva Sarvam Unneyam Yojana Bhedato Tratu. It appears from these verses that aside from the sun and the moon, there is an invisible planet called Rahu. The movement of Rahu caused both solar and lunar eclipses. We suggest that the modern expedients attempting to reach the moon are mistakenly going to Rahu. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjanasalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Sri Guruve Namaha. Sri Chaitanya Manobishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Gadamiham Dadati Swapadandikam Vandeyam Sri Gurum Sri Yuta Padakamalam Sri Gurur Vaishnavamscha Sri Rupam Sagrajatam Savgana Raghunatha Nityam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Saitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padan Savgana Lalita Sri Visakanvitamscham He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopesa Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastute Taptaka Anchana Gaurangi Radhe Brindavanesware Vrishabhanusute Devi Pranamami Hare Priye Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripasandhibhya evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Brindam. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. I seek the blessings of all the devotees. This is completely, it's very difficult to speak. They are all sizes of mountains, everything. But just I'm thinking why this all Prabhupada mentioned very accurately that all the sizes of the mountains and everything. Because in the last verse Prabhupada is telling actually it is because it is connected to Krishna. That's why this all sizes of the mountains is mentioning in this. So there is planted system, Bhumandala. In the Bhumandala, there is a 7 islands. In the center, it is a Jambu Dvipa. In the Jambu Dvipa, there is Sumeru mountain is there. In the Sumeru mountain is solid gold is there. Though in the Sumeru mountain, then surrounding the mountains, here Sukadeva Goswami explaining this Parikshit Maharaj. What about that? Like this Brahmanda, Bhumandala, it is a lotus flower, no? This lotus flower, there is so many petals are there. The center, there's a orl. In that orl, actually, there is a Sumeru mountain that is called Jambudvipa, actually. That surrounding, there is so many petals. There are all planted systems is there. In the north direction, south direction, east direction, west direction, all the direction, there is a mountains. The big mountains are there. So that mountain size is actually Prabhupada is mentioning. There is yojanas, and how many yojanas, and that is here mentioning each one. There is in Jambudvipa, there is 9 divisions, again 9 divisions, each with the length of the 9,000 yojanas, 72,000 miles. Again, in the midst of divisions, there is a Varsa named Ailavrata, which is situated in the middle of the oil of the lotus. So that is, again, it is called 1 lakh yojanas, 8,000 miles. Like that, there is given all. But Prabhupada in the 8th verse is mentioning that is actually, it is very difficult to understand the scientist. Why? It cannot be calculated anything. Because it is completely, they are beyond their experience and beyond their calculation. What they can calculate this width of the planets, it is impossible for them. So, because Bhagavatam, why it is mentioning? Because to understand that even though these are all actually, it is created by the Krishna and this universal system, and it is recorded all these things. Vyasadeva is recorded everything actually, because Vedas, it is coming from Krishna. It is coming from Vedasya Sarvam Aham Veda Vedanta Kriti Veda Videhacham. So Krishna is speaking all the Vedas. So whatever he speaks, these are all actually perfect. There is no any wrong. So Vyasadeva is recorded everything and is giving everything. So Krishna is not calculate all these things as how much is this measurement I am created, I don't know anything, not like that actually. Whatever he spoke, that is with the measurements, with the sizes, everything, it is completely perfect. So, but what about the scientists? They cannot understand the scientists, all these things. That's why Prabhupada telling actually Vedas is another name is Shruti. Shruti means one should hear from the Acharyas, that is called Shruti. Means by hearing what we will understand all these things. If you want to go to find out that how it is important, how it is measured, how it is given everything accurately, you cannot understand. Shruti means what? To understand Krishna, it is also, we should hear from bona fide spiritual master from the Vedas. Prabhupada giving example. Just like to understand to father, to whom do you ask? We should ask a mother. That's all. Simple. There is no any actually experiment. If you want to experiment, you will not find out your father. It is impossible for you. And if you not believe, how can I believe my mother words? That also you are gone. You cannot understand then. So Vedas is given simply to actually accept. To accept authority, to accept the Vedas, then there is no waste of time. Otherwise, so much time wasting and you cannot give conclusion properly. That is what scientists, they will invent actually. And everything, what is that? No, they will putting equations for everything. That is what their calculation. They'll put, for sun, they'll put in equation, formula. And if it's not fitting that formula, then think these are all imaginary. This is what actual scientists do. If they are not understanding anything, then think these are all imaginary. No God, no sun, nothing is there. Because if you want to something experimental, that is not possible. If you want to, because your sciences, your knowledge is very limited. Knowledge is very limited. Because conditions will have a 4 defects. So whatever Lord speaks, whatever Lord gives, that is completely perfect. There is no any experimental. It has already been explained actually. It is not, there is no need to experiment. That is Aesopus is telling actually. We should not experimental the Vedas. You simply accept, that's all. So for that simple example actually, to know the father, you should ask the mother. Finish, that's all. 100% job is finished. But if you want to search, if you want to find out, then it's very difficult actually. In the lifetime, you cannot understand who is your father. So Prabhupada is telling actually here that this all the planetary system and the sun planet and moon planet in between, there is Rahu is there. So because of that Rahu, actually sometimes we are actually finding solar eclipse and the lunar eclipse is coming actually. But the scientists too, they want to experimental to go to moon planet and sun planet actually. It is not possible for them. But people doesn't know much about that actually. That people believes actually scientists is going moon planet. These are all actually it is not true. Actually, scientists went to moon planet and they find something and they do something. Nothing is there actually. They're all actually, because Bhagavatam says actually it is, one cannot go by this body actually. There is a process is there to go to another planets. That's a Prabhupada easy journey to other planets that Prabhupada wrote actually. No, to go to another planet, there is a process is there to do tapasya. Otherwise, one cannot go. So like that actually means. So here what Prabhupada telling actually, even though these all calculations and sizes is given, it is because it's connected to Krishna. So we should actually simply accept the authority, whatever says, whatever this authority says actually, we should accept, because we have 4 defects. Because of 4 defects, whatever we invent, whatever we speak, that is all everything wrong. Everything is wrong. It is not perfect. But still, they are actually scientists writing big books and they are inventing so many things. But it cannot be defeated Bhagavatam, because Bhagavatam is different actually. It is given complete calculation and accurate action. What is Bhagavatam given? Actually, it is happening all these things. There is Yuga, Sadhya, Satya Yuga, Dwapar Yuga, Treta Yuga, Kali Yuga, and there is a time is given. How much the Satya Yuga will be there, how much Kali Yuga is there. The scientist gives all these things. He cannot give actually. Because he doesn't know what is Satya Yuga. He knows Treta Yuga. He cannot see. So for him it is completely, he thinks actually it is imaginary. That's why Lord does many pastimes. It is very difficult to understand even the ordinary soul. Like Lord born in 400. But scientist, how can you will experiment? How can a living entity can born with 4 hands? For him, he cannot understand. And the Lord, even though he is a small boy, but he lifted Govardhan hill. That is human impossible actually. No one can lift it. So 7 years with the finger 7 days actually lifted. Is it possible for a human being? It is not possible. So, but scientists what will do? It is imaginary. Like that, many calculations. That's why people misunderstood. Krishna, he married 16,000 wives, and he thief, butter actually thief, and he do all small many actually demons he killed in the childhood. Is it possible for the childhood? He'll do. He will actually did equation with how can he can do? He cannot do. So they think actually it is imaginary. People also believe like that. What is that? No. Oh yes, correct. It is not possible because they think God and living entity is the same. It is not the same. The God body is a transcendental body and he can do anything. But the conditioned soul, how they can do? They cannot do anything actually. They cannot see vision also what is going on. We have four defects actually. We cannot see. So that's why that to understand Vedas actually, this is a process is given. One is a ascending process, one is a descending process. But the scientist, what he will do? It takes a ascending process. Why? Because his name has to come. No. After Darwin, Einstein, other scientist names has to come. That's why they actually they take a ascending process. But it won't work for the spiritual platform actually. It is actually to understand Krishna, to understand Vedas, actually it is a descending form means to acharyas whatever they say we have to accept and we have to give others. That's what actually whatever it is coming from the acharyas from the previous sages, we should simply hand down to others. Nigama kalpa taror galitam palam Sukhamukta Amruta Dravya Samitam Pipada Bhagavatam Rasamalayam Murta Rasika Bhoga. Means whatever Sukadeva Goswami speaking is he heard from the spiritual master. You have to give to down to the same as it is. There is no any speculation, there is no inventory, new things, nothing is there. Simply whatever they say, you should just speak, should give the process the same thing. That will be perfect. Once Prabhupada told actually, one person asked, Prabhupada, you are repeating same thing whatever Vedas is telling, you are not telling anything new. Prabhupada told, I am very dull-headed. I don't have any intelligence. My Guru told actually, I am a murkha, I am a fool. Whatever my Guru told to speak, I have to simply actually repeat that words, that's all. But outside people, they will not understand. That's why many people read Bhagavad Gita. Your Bhagavad Gita only Hare Krishna mantra is there. Nothing is there. But that Hare Krishna mantra is not easy. You are not able to do, no. If you do Hare Krishna mantra, the tears has to come. Where is tears is coming? That means what you understand Hare Krishna mantra. You are not able to understand Hare Krishna mantra. You are thinking it repeatedly. Means repeatedly you have to do. Then your liberation is guaranteed. That is what actually given. So like that actually, there is descending process, ascending process is there actually to understand properly. And to understand there is a other process is there. There is a Sabda Pramana and Pratyaksha Anumana Pramana is there. In the Isopnish telling actually. To Sabda Pramana means we should hear from a oral reception from the authority sources actually. By hearing from that actually, we are actually understand properly and we can actually practice. That is actually. So, that's why Prabhupada telling actually, here whatever it is given, it is Acharya says so. We need not to speculate, we need not to invent many things. Actually, we should simply actually cultivate this process and accept this process and you give to others. No need to do many new things inventing actually. While preaching actually we are inventing so many new methods. But of course new methods to attract the people so that at least they have to stand in the actually devotional platform, at least they have to accept. That's okay. But in different purpose actually, it is not actually advisable. Whatever it is given actually should simply give others. That is sufficient to understand. That is perfect our life. Otherwise, it is very difficult because many people are writing books. Many people actually they speaking this all things and different logistics and different partners and different examples they give. It is very confusing to hear from different sources. It is very confusing here from there. So authorized persons means what? Our Prabhupada is given all Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam, it is sufficient to understand. No need to read any books actually. So everything is given in this. If you simply understand and apply it actually, then it will be perfect. Otherwise it is very difficult. So that's what in this verses Prabhupada actually is mentioning only actually there is the sizes of the mountain, nothing is there actually in this. And at last he were told actually this scientists are actually attempting to go to other planets, but it is not possible to go to other planets. Only they are wasting time, unnecessary wasting so much money for the from the people actually. It is unnecessary waste actually. Why? Because they are not accepting any authority and they want to invent something and they want to do something actually. So many times told actually, this is not this creation just like it came. It suddenly came this creation. It is creation by the God actually. But scientists they told actually it's just suddenly it came. It's not suddenly came actually. So to understand, first of all, we have a faith on the acharyas. That is what actually to understand the who is my father. I have a faith on my mother. Whatever he speaks, if you don't have faith, then whatever speaks will not give value. Similar way, if you have a faith on the acharyas, then we can accept them. Otherwise, it will be very difficult to accept this actually. That's why many people will not accept God. Many people will not accept the this Vedic literatures. Why? Because first of all, they don't have faith on anybody. They don't have faith of anybody. If you don't have faith anybody, then what will do? How much you invent actually? You cannot invent. Like simply this chanting Hare Krishna mantra, it is simple, so simple process is given. And it is already chalked out the plan, all the acharyas did same thing and they are giving and putting down actually. But sometimes people say, it is here every day, is freely you are giving this Hare Krishna mantra. How is that it is so important? It is freely giving because it is the mercy of actually Lord is so compassionate to fallen souls. They are nothing. They don't have any opportunity. They don't have any hopes for the conditioned soul. That's why they are freely given. It is out of deep compassion, not that for anything. That we cannot understand. People cannot understand actually the text. That's why Chaitanya Mahaprabhu told Nityananda Prabhu, only one. What is that? No, actually, Bolo Krishna. Bolo Krishna, Bhajo Krishna, Koro Krishna Siksha. That's all. Only three things you just go and preach. Don't talk any philosophy. Worship Krishna, chant the holy name, and talk about Krishna. That's all. Because that is the essence of the Vedas. Jivadaya Krishnanam Sarva Dharmasar. The essence of all the Vedas, this is what actually. What is that? No? Chanting the holy name. So because that Nityananda, that is only actually he preached that is only. He went to door and begging, actually pre-chanting Hare Krishna mantra. Whoever you may be, this is the essence of all these things. Those who are accepted, actually, they are benefited. Those who are not accepted, they are suffering. That is what actually. So process, this is a very authorized process actually. They are already acharyas, everybody actually they practiced everything and they perfected and they're giving that. That's why telling Vedas, it is actually one should follow the Mahajanas. Mahajanayana Gata Supanta. Because it's not easy to understand the Vedas because it is hidden by the Rishis actually. Those who follow the Mahajanasa, actually they can understand easily. That is easy process. So that is what actually the verses I understood actually. This We have to follow something, say whatever it is given. We need not to invent any new methods actually. Simply accept, then our life is perfect. That's all actually. Hare Krishna. Thank you. Hare Krishna. Gandhara Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.